Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. Good afternoon, and thanks for giving us this opportunity. Just give me a second. I'm just sharing the presentation. शेयरिंग डाउनलोड करो ना उसको प्रेजेंटेशन को कैसे आएगा हाँ तुम्हें आता है शेयर करो हाँ प्रेजेंटेशन में रह जाएगी यार करो अभी ना is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, so just I'll begin now. You know, the land acquisition process for national highways itself is a very complex process.
Yes.
Land acquisition is done under Section 3 of the National Highways Act 1956. You know, national highways are running across the length and breadth of the country. Even to the remotest corners of the country, these are running. And it is a 3-stage notification process for acquiring the land.
Yes.
So in the first stage, it used to be the appointment of the competent authority, which will process the process. And the second stage is the intention of the government to acquire land and the final notification. So before this portal was enacted, it used to be a physical process of notification, and they were used to be drafted manually. The physical movement of files was there, and there was long delays, and there were errors in formatting, and there were other mistakes also. And across the processing authorities, there was no linkage. So it was not possible to track the draft notification, what the status of it is. And another grave problem was huge public funds were parked in the banks of the competent authority, that is known as Kala. And they are the state revenue officers who work on behalf of the central government, the NHAI, to work to acquire land. So once they finalize their award for payment of compensation, the ministry is supposed to deposit that amount in their accounts, and then they used to disburse. So the entire process used to take quite a lot of time. And there were instructions from Government of India that this parking of funds of public funds is to be avoided. So it is in this background that the work on formation of Bhumi Rashi started in August 2016. And the need was felt to bring up an integrated portal to provide linkage across authorities, eliminate the need of physical copy, reduce formatting errors. Rather, we have done away with formatting errors and enable easy tracking. Now, anyone sitting in the state, even in the field, they can track the status of the notification. And the best thing we have been able to achieve is avoid parking of public funds with the competent authorities. So after about 6-7 months of hard labor and daily reviewing, we were able to come up with the portal, which was formally launched in August 18. But before that, from 1st April 18, we launched it, work started on this. And even prior to that, in the period starting from April 17 onwards, we started conducting training sessions across the country, because this ministry has got 20 regional offices across the country, and similarly offices of NHAI and the another entities, NHIDCL. So our job was to make all the stakeholders, right from the competent authority to the project directors, to the ROs, the regional officers, and the officers of the ministry, familiar as to how to use, and even the officers of the state PWDs. And during the course of training, a typical issue arose. Every state has got some different denominations, different units of land, and different entities. So an unprecedented effort was made. All the typical requirements of a state were incorporated into the portal. Based on our experiences received, the feedback received from the concerned authorities. And after doing all this, and with the rigorous training sessions, the portal was made effective compulsorily from 1st April 2018, whereafter not even a single physical notification has been published for land acquisition of national highways. Now the salient features, if I go through of this portal, customized user profiles. Now it starts from CALA, the word you may be seeing is Competent Authority for Land Acquisition. PD is the project director. CGM is Chief General Manager in NHAI, member of NHAI, Joint Secretary in the Ministry, and our Honorable Minister of State, who is the ultimate approving authority for notifications. So all of these authorities have their own logins to review and approve notifications. Then there is a provision for real-time status tracking. The authorities can track the status of the notifications. Then it has been linked with PFMS to ensure payment direct into the account of beneficiaries. And it has been made compatible with the e-Gadget portal of Ministry of Urban Development. So once these are signed, e-signed, the notifications are sent to the Government of India Press directly through e-Gadget portal of Ministry of Urban Development. And another very important aspect is the names of 740 districts across the country, 6765 sub-districts, or you can call them as tehsil or talukas, and more than 660,000 villages, they are inscribed in the portal. And they are being regularly updated on the basis of feedback received from the field units. It may be addition or deletion of some names, change of names, or spelling errors. They are all being corrected regularly. And the notifications, as the statutory requirement is any notification to be published in the Gadget has to be bilingual. So this portal generates bilingual notification. There is auto generation system of bilingual notifications. And then there are predefined formats. Now, predefined formats for various things like award calculation. The competent authority, when they finalizes all the disputes and everything, then they come out with the award of payment of compensation. There is a predefined format now which is being used by all the CALAs across the country. And prior to this portal coming into effect, the land acquisition for national highways started under the NH Act from 1997 onwards. So there is a provision that the authorities can enter the legacy data. Means if the old notifications can be entered into the system, it will have a perfect land data bank. And alert to all the stakeholders is sent via SMS. A file is pending with them, they get alert on that. And the real-time reports can be generated through multiple parameters. Now, prior to this portal coming into effect for the 2 years of 2016-17 and 2017-18, 1,000 each physical notifications were published for land acquisition for national highways. After this portal came into effect, in the first year, 2018-19, more than 2,900 notifications were published. And in the year 2019-20, it was reduced to 1,900 because a condition was put in for the final issue, for the print of final notification. So until unless that condition of financial sanction was fulfilled, there was lesser notifications were published. And the another important development of the change this portal has brought out is in the processing time. For all the 3 notifications, as you may be seeing, time has been reduced more than 50%, the processing time, and now within 3 weeks time, the entire process is getting completed, which earlier used to take months together. To sum up, it has not only saved time, the processing time, system has become error-free, and it has become more transparent, and parking of funds has been avoided, and physical movement of papers is stopped, and to some extent, it has put checks on the corruption angle also, which was there prevalent in the fields, starting in the processing in NHAI, maybe in the offices of CALA or our regional offices, which was difficult to otherwise control and track. Because now the moment the details are entered into this portal from the field, it can be tracked by anyone, and there is a very little chance of delay. And one more important thing is that provisions of the National Highways Act 1956 which are required to be followed while publishing these notifications have been taken care of in the system itself. So there is very little chance of committing any error on that front. So, and the outreach of this portal is to the remotest corner of the country, because the landowners are spread across the country, and their payments are being made direct into their accounts. They can track the status of their land being acquired on the portal. And if they provide us their contact details, then even SMSs can be sent to them. Okay, what is the status of their land being acquired? So with that, I'm done. Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. Mr. Gupta.
Yes, sir.
I have a question about the landowners.
Sir.
How they will log in into the system and then look at the status of their land acquisition, because
there are 3 stages of the notifications, and once the final notification is published, our authorities they are collecting their details, account details and contact details. So wherever we have their contact details available, they are given login ID and password for that, and they are sent SMSs, because it's a big task getting their contact details. And so far we have not achieved much success in that, but still our authorities are working, because people are hesitant to give their contact details. These login ID passwords only can be given if we have their contact details. And we are working on that.
Can I submit those as a landowner? If I just want to log in, and
Yes.
at the login stage, you can ask my credentials. Why it should be asked separately first, and then you will put it inside in the system?
That can be done.
The credentials can be asked at the time of login.
Yes.
And they verify the credentials at that
Yes,
stage
yes.
itself.
Yeah, we are working on that, sir. We'll do immediately on that. We are constantly reviewing and updating this portal. And in past 2 years, we have added a number of features which were not there originally in the portal, sir.
And secondly, is this system having GPS inbuilt into it, that you can plan the acquisition from this system itself, going to the particular village?
No, sir.
I think that one integrated system should have been there.
Digitize the LA process, not to go for actual acquisition.
Yes.
To digitize the process of land acquisition and ensuring payments, digitized payments through PFMS to the beneficiaries.
So it is only process.
Yes, sir. Process.
Digitization.
Because process itself used to take 5, 6 months, 7 months, and
Thank
even years together in certain cases. And that landed extra responsibility on the government account, because government is supposed to pay interest of 12% from a date the second notification is published. So that has now been reduced considerably, sir.
Okay.
Right.
Can I ask one question, Mr. Gupta?
Sir.
Thank you.
See, you have done a good work by digitizing your processes and all that.
Sir.
But how this has been taken by the people in general? No? Is there any feedback mechanism with you, or have you done any third-party sort of survey and all that to see that your system, how people are taking? This is what you are claiming. The time has reduced, this has happened, efficiency is there. But how the people are taking it, that is equally important.
So people, sir, so far about 5,66,000 people have visited this portal.
Yeah.
And with the payment going direct into their accounts, they are not required to visit our field offices too frequently, and to then, once they are required to visit what happens in those offices. So they are saved of all those clutches.
Yeah, that's good. But what I am saying is, in your system, there should be some feedback mechanism also.
So that public grievance mechanism, we are going to make it active. We are in the process of finalizing that.
That
is there.
Okay, good.
That is there.
Thank you.